Hello and welcome to another tutorial on different types of apps. This one is a web-based app, but it can also be used on mobile devices as well. This is called Symbaloo. You can get to it at www.symbaloo.com right here. We happen to be on my page. When you get here, over in the right-hand side, you're going to have a spot where you can sign in and create an account if you're going to be going here for the first time. It's a free account. You don't have to pay anything in order to get this account. Anybody can get one. And we're looking at my page right here, and I'm going to take a couple of minutes to go through some of the things that are on here, and we'll show you how you can add more things to it. But let's talk about first what Symbaloo is. Oftentimes when we surf the net, we find ourselves going to certain websites on a regular basis. Maybe they're websites, maybe we find ourselves going to RSS feeds, so a blog post or something like that that we want to follow, and so we subscribe to some of those. And doing things like using a bookmark area off of whatever web browser we're using, that's a common way for us to kind of secure that site, be able to go back more than one time without having to memorize what these things are or write them down in some particular location. So what Symbaloo does, it allows you to use these tiles, all these little boxes that are around here, and I believe there's 60 of them, and it allows you to add these particular websites, kind of like bookmarks or the RSS feeds, to one of these particular boxes, and you can color code them. As you can see, there's a lot of symbols from some of these things. I mean, this is actually Google, that's Yahoo, that's Twitter, Facebook, what have you, LinkedIn. These are the actual icons or symbols, if you will, of those particular websites. So you have the ability to kind of customize this. You can color code things. I happen to teach a lot of accounting finance, so here's a lot of financial types of sites, CNN, BBC, CNBC, price comparison chart. This is the SEC, Securities Exchange Commission. And here's some social networking types of things. So you can do a lot of different things. But it allows you to save these particular sites so that you can come back to them over and over and over again. The great thing is anywhere in the world with internet access, you can pull this stuff back up just by logging into your account. So if I happen to be traveling somewhere and I wanted my desktop to be this right here, I wanted to have all of the things that I need to get to on a regular basis, I want to have them with me. This way all I have to do is log into Symbaloo.com, access my account, and this is what's going to show up on any computer or any mobile device in the world just by me going to this site and having this set up. Now this particular page, if you will, is called a web mix. This happens to be my home web mix, but I can add as many different web mixes that I want, and we'll talk about that in a second. So how could something like this be useful? Well, maybe in your particular program for a class, maybe you have a writing class or a class where there's a lot of research and writing, a lot of sites, data, information that you have to have access to on a regular basis. You could actually create a web mix for each one of your courses and then load them up with specific sites or RSS feeds or whatever that you need to get access to on a regular basis. So that can help you. That can be a little bit speedy. You can keep everything together, all of your sites together, and that can be kind of, I think, a nice way to use this. You also have the ability, let's say you and somebody else are in a class, or maybe you're working on a group or a team project. You also have the ability to share yours with them, and they can share theirs with you. So maybe you both go out, find a bunch of resources, and build your little web mix that will work for that particular course or for that topic. You then have the ability to share that with somebody else, and they could share theirs with you. That way you can maybe double up on the amount of resources that you have out there available. Also in the middle here, Google is one of the defaults right to the middle of your web mix, and you have the ability when you're building a web mix in order to choose what you want in the middle. You can edit any of these items, any of these tiles here, and you can add tiles at any particular point, and we're going to do that type of a thing. In some cases, you're going to find that the tiles that you're looking for, there is already a logo out there, or you can add your own image and create your own custom logo and drop some items in here. So let's first talk about how to add a tile. So let's say I'm going to go over and I want to add something else in the financial side of things. So I'm just going to click right here, and I get this add the tile. Now I can create a tile or search for a tile. So I can create a tile if I kind of have an idea of what I want to go in there, but this tile may already exist, or this particular site might already exist. So I'm going to search for a title. Let's try Forbes. And it looks like there's these symbols are RSS feeds, and this one looks like this is more of the website, and that happens to be what I'm looking for at this particular point. So I've created this Forbes link right here, and so if I actually, as you can see, once I click on it, it fires it right up. I got an advertisement on the front page, so I continue the site, but here we are. We've got the Forbes website on there automatically. So I'm going to get out of that and just go back here. So we're in this particular spot, and as you can see, fires right in there, no worries. What I'm going to do though is I'd like to kind of change this and make it look like it fits with any of these spots. First of all, if I created it in some spot over here, I do have the ability to click and drag it and put it where I want. But this actually kind of looks more like the color combinations that I have up here with this white background. It kind of looks like it belongs in my social networking, and it really belongs in my business ones up here in kind of like this purple color. So on a Mac, you're going to do a control click. On a Windows machine, you'll do a right click on the Forbes tile here, and you're going to get this drop down menu here. And I don't want to necessarily open the tile, I want to edit the tile. I could delete it if I wanted to. But here's where I'm going to get my choices to do things. It is a website. I do have the ability to get other types of things that it might be. There's some choices there. So if you find other types of sites, one of the choices I know is a radio station. You can deal with text issues. Do you want a white text on a dark black background? Do you want black text on a white background? And then you can change the color of your tile. This is also the spot, if there was a number of images as there were when I went to create this tile, I can hit the Forbes tile here. I could pick other ones if they're there. But let's say there isn't anything, like there wasn't for Prezi down here. There wasn't any tile. When I searched for Prezi, I could get the website, but there wasn't any type of symbol or icon that I could come up with. So I just went and I kind of chose my own icon here. But I do have also the ability to upload an image. If I had a particular image, maybe it was a picture or a drawing or something that for me would represent what that particular tile needs to be about, then I could go ahead and upload that image, and then I would just hit save. At this particular point though, what I want to do is kind of change the color. Now something else to consider, sometimes the item, like this one up here, this is Pinterest. I know what that is, but in case I didn't know what that is and didn't want to remember, one of the things that I could do with this particular tile is you'll see here where it says name on the tile, and it doesn't have the show text box clicked. So if I click on that, you'll see now how it added Forbes down here. I might not need that on Forbes, but that might be something I may want to consider on Pinterest if I don't know what that symbol is. I happen to know what it is, just like Facebook. Again, as you can see, if I hover my mouse over it, it's going to kind of tell me what it is anyway. So I don't think I need that here, but what I do need to do is to change that to purple. So now I have that, and I'm good to go. I can also try to change some things on text color to see if I think that that's important. That would only deal with the text that I'm going to put in this little box underneath like I showed you before. That's not going to change because remember, this is kind of a logo or a symbol or an icon and everything. Okay. Once I'm done and I'm good and I'm happy with what I have, all I'm going to do is hit save. I now have Forbes, and if I were to click on this link, as you saw me do a couple of times, it fires right up for me. And I can add as many different things as I want. You know, see where it says add new tile, add new tile. I can also take a tile and drag it to another location. and I'm good. It saves automatically, so I don't have to do anything with that. The next time I go there, if I log off and come back on, this Symbaloo introduction tile will be right in this particular spot. So there's a number of different things you can do there. Again, the thought would be maybe you want to create a home mix that has a lot of your basic types of sites that you're going to go to or that you need access to quickly on a regular basis, but you might also want to create custom sites for specific purposes. Maybe there's a site, if you're an accounting student or an accounting instructor, maybe you want to have a web mix that is just a bunch of sites having to do with accounting and tax and GAAP and the industry and professional organizations and those types of things. Maybe you want to do that. If you're an HR person or you're in human services, you might have professional organization websites, journals that you want to get to. If they have web versions or e-versions of the journals, you may want to get access to that. So if you wanted to create a new mix, that's just this plus button right here. And that allows you to create your own mix. Again, all it is a collection of these tiles. You give it a name. If it's going to be used for RSS feeds, then you click this box. Otherwise, you go ahead and add. There's also a Symbaloo gallery. A lot of these web mixes, you have the ability to make them public, and so people can search for them. You can actually go and grab stuff that's already out there public that might be in a particular subject that you're looking for just by searching for them. They have all types of types. Are they news, tiles, whatever? A lot of times you can go and look at some of these just to get some ideas of maybe 1 or 2 or 3 sites that you may want to add to your particular home web mix. So I don't have anything else that I need to do here, so I'm just going to click Add. And as you can see, I still have Google in the center. Again, you have the ability to deal with this, and I now have this as my test Symbaloo. There's also a news one here. I can just go into any of these clicks and add my tile. So I can create a tile, I can select the tile. So you can see that there's some YouTube ones out here. These are RSS feeds. Grab one of these things, and now you got YouTube on there. It's as simple as that. Clicking on another one. Create a tile. It's a website. I can say Baker College. I can say show the text. Let's say I want to make this, let's make it a gray color. And I can hit save, and now I get Baker College. Now notice that doesn't look that great in gray. Oops. Accidentally clicked on it. We don't want to do that. We want to do edit. I might want to do something with the color or add an image or something like that, a Baker College symbol or a picture or whatever. None of these are really Baker College, but just, well, let's go here. So you can see we have the image here. You're going to want to resize, whatever part of this image you want to have, and maybe that works for you. So you select it. I can now save this and close out. You can see Baker College has the image of that parrot photo that I had on my system. So. And then once you have them done, you can switch back and forth between your home mix and any other mixes. Again, each mix You can have as many as you want. They can be a different course or a different subject matter. I think that'll be real helpful. Thanks for watching.